Welcome everyone. I'm Matt, your MC for tonight. Welcome to the GovHack Awards. I'd like to acknowledge that I'm streaming this live stream from the lands of the Boonwurrung and Wirrurung and Wurundjeri peoples of the Kulin Nation. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the various lands from which all of our participants who are watching the stream today are watching from, and the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples participating in GovHack. I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and celebrate the diversity of Aboriginal peoples and their ongoing cultures and connection to these lands and waters of Australia. So welcome to the ACT, New South Wales and Queensland Government State Awards. No, sorry, Queensland GovHack State Awards. I'd also like to welcome our presenters, Ankana Wiley, the Executive Branch Director, Data Analytics from the ACT Government, Chris Fechner, the Chief Customer and Digital Officer from Queensland Government Customer and Digital Group, Department of Housing and Public Works, Wendy Waller, the Mayor of Liverpool, Alvaro Mas from New South Wales Department of Customer Service, Charlotte Breslow from the Executive Director of Data and Information Services from the Queensland Government. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank our sponsors of GovHack. Our lead sponsor, Infosys, our international sponsors, AWS, Encycle Consulting, our lead New Zealand corporate sponsor, Proaxium, our Australian national agency sponsors, the ATO, Department of Education, Skills and Employment, CSIRO, and the Australian Research Data Commons, Australia's national sponsors and partners, Telstra Developer, ARNet and Slack, our community partners, Hackathons Australia, Open Source Collective, Innovations Accelerated, Australian Web Industry Association and Allsquares, our ACT sponsors, ACT Government, NTT and ISOBAR, our New South Wales sponsors, New South Wales Government Customer Services, Liverpool City Council and the New South Wales Rural Fire Service, our Queensland sponsors, Queensland Government and the Sunshine Coast Council, our South Australian sponsors, the Department of Premier and Cabinet South Australia and the Commission on Excellence and Innovation in Health. Our Tasmanian sponsors, DPC Tasmania and the cities of Hobart and Launceston. Our Victorian sponsors, DPC Victoria and Melbourne Water. And our Western Australian sponsor, the Western Australian Electoral Commission. It's a lot of sponsors. GovHack can't happen without them, so we really appreciate them. We'll be having some short presentations from ACT Government and Queensland Government to start off with. So the ACT Government is going to give us a short presentation by Ankana Wiley, the Executive Branch Manager, Data Analytics from the ACT Government.
Hi there, Yuma. My name is Ankana Wiley, and I'm here to present the ACT GovHack 2020 Awards on behalf of the ACT Government and our Chief Digital Officer, Ms. Bettina Conti. Please let me acknowledge the Ngunnawal Nation as the traditional custodians of our Canberra community and honour their elders past, present and emerging. I acknowledge and respect their continuing culture and the contribution they make to the life of the city and region. I also would like to acknowledge any other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here in our GovHack community. And I urge all of us to collectively progress our common cause for reconciliation and to close the gap between Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander and non-Indigenous Canberrans. We in the ACT Data Analytics Centre value the impressive skills, knowledge and expertise here in our ACT GovHack community. Every year we see very impressive entries, and so thank you for all your efforts and contributions this year. We just loved seeing all your entries. We are also working to advance a further cause within the ACT Public Service, and that's to safely use, share and release government data for public benefit. So GovHackers, please do get in touch and share with us your experiences and interest for more open data. This year, all digital, the ACT Government sponsored 4 challenges around the core theme of Canberra bouncing back. A resilient city, better real-time transport data for Canberra, a first hacker challenge, and a youth hacker challenge. Now, sadly, we did not receive any entries for our youth hacker challenge, but I do urge all of us, where we can, to foster the talents and interests of our Canberra young people and children in data, in analytics, in STEM.
Thank you, Ankana. I'd also like to ask Chris Beckner from the Chief Customer and Digital Officer, Queensland Government Customer and Digital Group, Department of Housing and Public Works, to give a short presentation for Queensland Government.
Good evening. I'd like to acknowledge that we meet today on traditional Aboriginal lands, and I extend my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I'd also like to extend those respects to any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islanders in attendance today. Good evening, participants, volunteers and members of the community. My name is Chris Beckner and I'm the Chief Customer and Digital Officer for Queensland Government. I'd like to thank you all for participating in GovHack 2020. Queensland Government has been supporting GovHack for 11 years, and this is because of the value we see to government, the digital marketplace, and to encourage people like yourselves to innovate and create. It's been a challenging year, but one that highlights the importance of accurate and transparent data in relation to decision making, particularly how governments are using data to manage the COVID-19 pandemic. The Queensland Government is committed to improving public access to meaningful, accurate, and easily consumed government data, and to encouraging the growth of new and innovative services, projects, and businesses in Queensland. One way we're achieving this is by ensuring Queensland Government information and data is publicly available through our open data portal, data.qld.gov.au. We'll also be publishing case studies from GovHack 2020 on our open data portal. Events such as GovHack are a great way of promoting the potential of open data by bringing together members of the public, students, academia, government, and private industry to solve challenges using freely available open data resources. In this, our 11th year of partnership, we've had to adapt and run GovHack completely virtually using many of the same tools that Australia's had to pivot to during the pandemic. We have created 4 state challenges for our participants to solve. We asked participants to come up with solutions using open data for the following 4 Queensland Government challenges. The first challenge was, what can be learned from Queensland Government spending data? The second challenge, something etched in our collective memories, we asked, what can we do to prevent or prepare for bushfires? The 1920 bushfire season was one of the most destructive in Australia's history, and scientists predict that future bushfire seasons could be even longer and more dangerous. Our third challenge required participants to identify ways of improving government services to aid recovery and prepare for future pandemics, really topical from today. And for our final challenge, we asked for projects that could help small business and the tourism industry survive during the pandemic and expected economic downturn, and then get back on track to economic recovery. I've had a chance to review the winners and runners-up for the Queensland Government challenges, and I must say the quality of the projects has been outstanding. It was great to see the creativity, insights, savings and efficiencies that participants have come up with when responding. They're certainly very topical, and ideas like these go a long way to improving services and driving recovery efforts. I'm looking forward to the winners and runners-up being announced later this evening, and those ideas that they've come up with continuing to grow and create value. In conclusion, I'd like to thank the participants, volunteers, and organisers for their efforts in ensuring GovHack continue to run and promote the value of open data. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Chris. So I'm going to go through a little bit of a procedural thing. We've got a lot of awards to present, so I just want to give you a bit of an idea of how this is going to work out. So we're going to go through each of our regions, ACT, New South Wales and Queensland in alphabetical order. Within each region, we'll be building up to the major sponsors of that region. And for each sponsor, the challenges will be presented in alphabetical order. Announced for the challenges, we will have honourable mentions, runners-up and winners. And where there are more than one of each of those, they'll be presented in alphabetical order. Each of these projects are all high ranking in that specific challenge. Honourable mentions were really good, but just missed out on the runner-up, so they get a mention anyway. And each time a new runner-up or winner is announced during the stream, we'll give a brief description of that project while the video of that project is played on mute at high speed. After we finish going through all the challenges from the sponsors of each region, we'll also be announcing the winners of the People's Choice Awards for ACT, Queensland, New South Wales and Queensland. Finally, on the Saturday, this coming up Saturday, teams will be emailed their certificates and told what steps will happen next. So keep an eye on your emails if you are one of our lucky winners. So I would like to introduce Joel Anderson, the ACT Director, to give a brief overview of the competition in the ACT.
Thank you very much, Matt. And hello, everyone. My name is Joel Anderson, the ACT Director for GovHack 2020. This year's competition was a first for GovHack in the ACT as we embarked on our first fully virtual competition. In true hackathon form, full credit has to be given to the GovHack team for pivoting quickly to ensure that the event went off without a hitch, despite everything that 2020 had to throw at us. The ACT had 5 challenges this year, 4 provided by our premier sponsor, the ACT government, and 1 provided by this year's silver sponsor, NTT. The overarching theme of the challenges was helping Canberrans recover from the recent bushfires and COVID-19 pandemic and ensuring that our city continues to be resilient moving into the future. It was great to see the engagement with participants and mentors over Slack and Zoom, as well as the uptake of other virtual events over the competition weekends, such as the Trivia Night and the Scavenger Hunt. We were luckily enough in the ACT to have the ability to gather our mentor and volunteer teams in a central hub at the Isobar office. This greatly streamlined the coordination of the event over the weekend and allowed for a few table tennis championships to be played, as is tradition at innovation-based events. Speaking to the participants over the weekend, it was interesting to see a relatively even split between participants who enjoyed the virtual event format and those that are keen to return to a physical event next year. So we will definitely be exploring how we can merge these 2 event structures together to ensure that the best possible accessibility remains for GovHack in the future. I would once again like to thank our amazing team of volunteers for this year's event, including Selva, Monica, Hajime, Chris, Sylvia, and the other mentors and sponsors who attended the space over the weekend, in particular Ankana and Phil from the ACT government, Tim from NTT, and Darren from Infosys. We greatly appreciate your support and are looking forward to your participation again in 2021. We had 29 teams from across Australia enter the ACT challenges this year, with an incredibly impressive range of solutions that made deciding on a winner tricky for our challenge judging panels. I would like to say a massive congratulations to all the teams that entered submissions into this year's event. And without further ado, I would like to announce the awards for the NTT Challenge on their behalf. The NTT Community Growth and Recovery Challenge statement for this year was: local economies, particularly the hospitality and tourism sectors, have been hit hard this year with the bushfires and the effects of COVID-19. These challenges have a far-reaching impact on our local communities. How might we help these communities recover by encouraging people to engage safely with local businesses? So, honourable mention number 1 goes to Cleaner Communities by insert name here, who nearly lost points for the cheeky naming on that one. I thought that the slides had screwed up this morning, but nice job, Cleaner Communities.
Totally not.
Honourable mention number 2 goes to The Freers by The Freers. Well done, guys. And our winner of the NTT Community Growth and Recovery Challenge is Locali by Big Sunday. Well done, Locali.
So Locali is a handy app to connect local businesses and residents, providing a safe and secure way for customers to check in while also providing crucial data to businesses and the local government. Locali connects local businesses and residents, encouraging them to shop, explore and play Locali. For residents, this is a handy guide to beat boredom, support local businesses, stay safe and connect within their communities both during and after COVID. Locali also empowers businesses by providing them with a platform to engage with their local community in a COVID-safe way. Next, we have challenges from the ACT government. Presenting these is Ankana Wiley, Executive Branch Director, Data Analytics from the ACT government. The
now
first
for
Canberra
our first challenge, Canberra bouncing back a resilient city. Now, we asked GovHackers to think of ways that open data can not only help the city recover from the effects of the recent bushfires and the current COVID-19 pandemic we're experiencing, but to also help the community become more resilient against anything in the future. So we received 10 entries for this challenge, and the judges chose 4 runners-up and 1 honourable mention in addition to the winner. So the honourable mention goes to the Freers, who built an app for op shops to catalogue and list their books online. Well done, the Freers. The first runner-up goes to Project 1255 by Team Dicer, who worked to help us improve how we collect and use high quality and more timely data to support faster and more effective responses to public emergencies. Well done, Team Dicer.
The data that dictates government policy is usually the product of clearly defined sets of data standards. Such high-quality data is very good at telling us what has happened and modelling what might happen. This approach works well during a business-as-usual practice, but creates difficulty when an immediate response is required. Governments must learn how to leverage real-time indicators if they wish to deploy cutting-edge solutions to unprecedented events. Project 1255 is an aggregation of low-quality data to supplement delivery of government services.
The second runner-up prize goes to Enviro Assist by Team BC, who gamified the crowdsourcing of data by community members, citizen scientists, to help communities build resilience to future bushfires. Well done, Team BC.
Enviro Assist is an app that seeks to enable citizens to assist with long-term environmental studies that can help communities build resilience to future bushfires. The aim of this project is to monitor changes in the environment with a focus on bushfire-prone areas.
The third runner-up prize goes to Hypervoxels by Hypervoxels Inc., who aim to enable historical, real-time and user-generated data to be accessible during emergencies and where required for this data to be available offline. Well done, Hypervoxel Inc.
The Hypervoxels project strategy proves that a system combining huge amounts of historical, real-time stream and user-generated data with the right technology sources can provide a highly accessible geo-based data system for the use during emergencies. If developed and implemented during peacetime, this system could be adopted rapidly with very few barriers, requiring only a device, web browser, and occasional network access.
The fourth runner-up prize goes to the team that produced Fires a New Way, to enable the real-time and bi-directional sharing and reuse of relevant data between emergency and fire authorities and the community. Well done, congratulations.
This project enables a comparatively small volume of authority resources and the much larger volume of community resources to work together, increasing the volume of resources that can be brought to bear against the growing fire problem before, during, and after bushfires. This is achieved via a platform that provides low friction pathways from a real-time sharing and reuse of relevant data between authorities and the community in both directions and within the community.
Now to the winner of this challenge, the Fire Festival by the Fire Nation. For our bush capital, our ACT government judges thought that this project took a novel approach to building resilience in Canberra against bushfires. The Fire Nation team took inspiration from how the immune system evolves to fight against attacks and retains information so that it is able to respond faster and more efficiently against future infection. So pretty timely during COVID-19. So their solution aims to lift our Canberra community's knowledge and ability to prepare for and respond to potential future bushfires. The design delivers a physical engagement and experience through multi-day public events with a digital platform that is powered by a range of open data and data from IoT devices. Well done, the Fire Nation. Congratulations. Thank you again to all the entries to this challenge who took a wide range of approaches to the problem of using open data to make Canberra a more resilient city. Congratulations. Thank you.
So the Fire Festival is an annual multi-day public event that aims to educate families and individuals by demystifying the scale of bushfires, their causes, and their profound effect on society by examining previous bushfire crises in 2003 and in 2019 and 20. The Fire Festival will empower members of the community with the knowledge to suitably prepare for these catastrophic events through a variety of initiatives such as connecting with local emergency and social services, creating data plans, and fostering a support network with the community. The second challenge from ACT government is Canberra bouncing back.
To a second challenge, the Canberra bouncing back, better real-time transport data for Canberra, where we asked GovHackers to demonstrate a method of converting between the data formats currently used by buses and light rail in Canberra in order to provide a unified format to the developer community. The winner of this challenge is Unified GTFSR feed for Transport Canberra by Intutech. The judges thought that this project reviewed the problem experienced by Transport Canberra and presented a well-researched method for converting the two different data specifications of Siri and GTFS. That is, using a mathematical formula to convert Siri to GTFS and from GTFS to Siri. Well done, Intutech. Congratulations.
So this is a proposal for Transport Canberra showing proof of concept on how Siri can be transformed to GTFS and how a unified GTFS can be made available to third parties. This project is a classic extract, transform, load, or ETL process, which can be implemented in any platform. Essentially, it is GTFS plus Siri, where Siri is converted to GTFS, resulting in a unified GTFS field. Or alternatively, it can be Siri plus GTFS, where GTFS is converted to Siri, resulting in a Siri feed via RESTful API. The key is the mapping of the data from two disparate sources on different platforms to a unified specification, and this project illustrates how it can be done. Next up, we have the first hacker challenge for the Canberra Bouncing Back Challenge.
To our third challenge, Canberra Bouncing Back First Hacker. Now, the first hacker challenge was to be awarded to the best project that demonstrated how open data can be used to make Canberra a more resilient city, where the team comprised mostly of members who have not participated in GovHack before. For this challenge, the judges chose one winner and 2 honourable mentions. The first honourable mention goes to the Fire Festival by the Fire Nation. Well done. The second goes to Project 1255 by Team Dicer. Congratulations. The winner of this challenge is Fires a New Way. The judges thought that this project presented a nice idea for enabling essential and real-time information to be shared between emergency services and members of the public during an emergency. This solution can improve communication to the community and crowdsource valuable information to help empower the community to make the right decisions they need to keep safe. Congratulations, Fires a New Way, well done. Thanks again to all the teams who entered this challenge, and congratulations for completing your first GovHack, and we hope to see you again next year.
Thank you, Ankana and Joel. Now we're going to move on to the New South Wales Awards. I'd also like to congratulate all the winners of the Canberra Awards. Those are some really awesome projects. So first up, we're going to hear from Shayla Ang, the New South Wales Director, about what happened during the competition in New South Wales. Over to you, Shayla.
Thanks, Matt. So this is my first time doing an online hackathon, and despite the challenges that we faced, the Team New South Wales was extremely grateful with the outcome of the competition weekend. We had 121 participants, which exceeded our expectations. Mentors who gave their 100% support to all the teams, 4 exciting challenges, and 3 generous sponsors, which are Rural Fire Service, New South Wales, Liverpool City Council, and Department of Customer Service. It's great to see that one project can solve a wide range of problems, from bushfire to liquor and gaming to re-energizing the community after the pandemic. The thing that I really enjoyed the most is helping teams with building their ideas and watching their videos. I'm inspired with the amount of work that the teams put in, as well as their commitment to use the government open data in order to make New South Wales a better place. I would also like to thank our volunteers, Ting Ting Hu from Transport New South Wales, Geoffrey Peacock from Atlassian, and Sarfraz Iqbal. We highly appreciate all your efforts and support, and we are hoping to see you again next year. On behalf of Team New South Wales, I would like to congratulate all the participants, teams, and especially the winners of GovHack. It is my pleasure to work alongside you during the hackathon weekend.
So first up, for the first challenge from Liverpool City Council, this is going to be presented by Wendy Waller, the Mayor of Liverpool.
Hello everyone, I'm Wendy Waller, the Mayor of the City of Liverpool. Liverpool City Council was proud to sponsor GovHack once again this year. Our challenge explored how we could stimulate economic recovery during COVID-19. Participants were asked how Council and the community could use data to create a vibrant Liverpool city centre. The goal was a place where people felt safe and the local economy could grow and prosper. And we're trying to do that in real life too. The judges agreed on 2 honourable mentions and a winner. The first honourable mention goes to Presently by Hackatooli. The second honourable mention goes to Re-energising 2170 by Lockdown. And now for the winner. Congratulations to Project Resilience by Switchcase. The judges said This project used data that applied specifically to Liverpool and sought to improve community resilience. The winners outlined how data could boost the local economy by telling a story about our city and guiding council. Thank you to all the teams that entered the Liverpool Challenge, and congratulations again to our winner. Thank you.
So Project Resilience makes an effort to uncover how we can bounce back together from our hardships and be back on track. Some of the major impacts of COVID-19 and bushfires have had on Australians in those councils is around mental stress. We have developed a Friends Anonymous text messaging application based on the Telstra messaging API. Thank you for that, Wendy. We now have a challenge from the New South Wales Royal Fire Service. That's going to be presented by Alvaro Maz from the National Natural Hazards Program, Department of Customer Service.
Hi, I'm Alvaro from the Department of Customer Service in New South Wales, representing the Australian Data and Digital Council. The challenge we put forward to the community was engaging communities in hazard reporting and safety. First of all, congratulations to all the participants. Your involvement in GovHack is a great opportunity for government organizations to test and create new ways for the community to have meaningful impact into the public sphere. Judging was quite difficult, as all entries had something amazing. For this challenge, we had one honorable mention, Project 1255. Judges had also two runner-ups, Fires a New Way. And Firewater. The winner for this challenge is Firewatch by Team Lamp. The judges found the team was able to integrate various datasets, identify gaps in the current data, and provide new features such as informing loved ones. Congratulations.
Sorry about that one, folks. My slides were a little out of order. So Firewatch is an incredible and innovative program utilising the most recent data from New South Wales Data Portal to alert users of when and where when they are about to enter a fire-prone area, burn areas, and areas with a bushfire history. So thank you for presenting that, Alvaro. Next up, we have the challenges of the New South Wales Department of Customer Service. Shayla will be presenting those on their behalf.
Thanks, Alvaro, and thanks, Matt. The challenge of improving government services with open data is sponsored by New South Wales Department of Customer Service. The problem statement is, how can we improve government services by using government open data? The New South Wales government is working to deliver better services to customers. The teams who chose this challenge needs to use New South Wales government open data to demonstrate how government services can be improved. The first honorable mention goes to My Vote, the future of voting by Team Stone Kings and Queens. Congratulations. There are two runner-ups. The first runner-up goes to Advise Now by Help Desk Warriors.
Advise Now uses open data to bring together key New South Wales school data into visual statistics with a consolidated database for user feedback about where a school should be ideally located, allowing everyone to have a quick and easy way to influence important government decisions. Advise Now is an online platform for both general public and key decision makers.
The second honorable mention goes to Project Resilience by Switchcase. Congratulations. And the winner for this challenge is Signal, a live bushfire reporting app by Lit Squad. Well done, team.
The Signal app collects live data on bushfires by allowing residents in bushfire-prone areas to report and provide information to the Royal Fire Service. It also provides users with current information and allows the authority to post updates and alerts.
The second challenge from New South Wales Department of Customer Service is using liquor and gaming data to provide information to customers. The problem statement is, how can liquor and gaming New South Wales data be used to provide information to customers? The teams who chose this challenge needs to use liquor and gaming New South Wales data to present information about licensed premises in New South Wales to customers. The honorable mention goes to Liquor and Gaming Community Insights by Intertech Project B. Congratulations. And the runner-up goes to The Weekends by Go Air Linking.
I don't have a description for this challenge, this team. But it's a cool video.
And the winner for this challenge is Project Resilience by Switchcase. You guys are getting all the awards. Thank you so much.
That's it for New South Wales. Thank you, Shayla. We're going to head over to Queensland now. We've got Jason Weigel, the Queensland Director, to tell us about what happened in Queensland over the competition weekend.
Thanks, Matt. While I fiddle around with trying to get the live stream working, and hopefully people can hear me. Thank you very much, everyone who's presented already. I'd like to take this opportunity to specifically thank the sponsors within Queensland, the Queensland government, especially the great people within the Department of Housing and Public Work who make things happen with open data within the open data team, as well as our Sunshine Coast Council as our second sponsor within Queensland. There was great work from our volunteers and mentors throughout the competition weekend. And thank you everyone for helping our participants make the most out of the competition weekend. Normally we would see a large number of events occurring around Queensland, ranging from 5 to 10 events throughout the state. This year with COVID, we had to move majority online. However, we still did see one physical event that occurred in Mackay, as well as 2 digital events. One focused on the Sunshine Coast Council and one for Queensland as a whole. In total, we saw 155 registrations from Queensland, resulting in 110 people from across the state submitting projects on this Sunday evening. It was great to see all the projects submitted over the wide range of topics, ranging from projects addressing the emergency scenarios such as bushfires and the pandemic, through to projects exploring the traditional owners of the land. These projects use open data to address and support issues and situations that are affecting our communities throughout Queensland and as well as Australia, New Zealand, and the whole world. As we're about to announce the winners of the Queensland Challenges, I look forward to congratulating all the great work that has been produced over the competition weekend. I would also look forward to seeing these projects and where they go into the future. And hopefully seeing some of these in the red carpet award period that is coming up next month. I'd now like to present the awards from the Sunshine Coast Council on their behalf. The Sunshine Coast Council had the challenge of understanding the impact of climate change on extreme weather events on the Sunshine Coast. They asked, from bushfires to rain and flooding, weather events are increasing in number and strength due to climate change. How might we provide policy advisors and researchers with the keys to communicate the increasing risk and drive change in government policy and public behaviours? For this challenge, there was one honourable mention. The honorable mention for this goes to Project GeoNodes by Team Kronos. Congratulations, team. There was one runner-up for this challenge. This runner-up is Zensai by Citizen Scientists. Congratulations, team.
Zensai aims to introduce budding citizen scientists into the compelling and understudied world of entomology and biological diversity. Using a location-based mobile app, the users will gather data on perhaps the most critical ecosystems engineers. The platform will use relevant APIs and open biodata platforms to compare and validate citizen data against professionally gathered data. The result proves localized biological insights, provide localized biological insights and predictions for farmers, gardeners, climate scientists, and policymakers.
There was one winner for this challenge. The winner is Bushfires by the Digbees. Congratulations, the Digbees, for your project.
The Digbees project was created for the purpose of improving the evacuation speed and efficiency of residents by alerting them early and illustrating the bushfires forecasted trajectory. This app has been created for members of the public to inform them of recommended fire prevention methods, general information, emergency contact information, and a live fire radar for their given region. In addition to the alert system, the website also allows you to engage in the identification of fires, which will be registered into the bushfire incidents dataset. This will assist government and local authorities to respond to hazards and will immediately contribute to the bushfire propagation model in Queensland Bushfire Ready. Thank you, Jason. I'd like to move on to the challenges for the Queensland Government. Presenting these will be Charlotte Creslow, the Executive Director of Data and Information Services, Department of Housing and Public Works. The first challenge is Bushfire Ready.
Thank you. So first of all, congratulations to all the winners so far for your fabulous inventions. And now for the Queensland results. So I've really enjoyed watching the videos and listening to your ideas, and we really appreciate all of your efforts in supporting GovHack. So first of all, the honourable mention goes to Bushfires by the Digbees. So congratulations to the Bushfires. And the runner-up is Be Aware and Prepare by Codeless.
Be Aware and Prepare is an app that will increase bushfire awareness and help to prevent damage to property and the wildlife. The application features a fire hazard map with real-time data that alerts users when weather conditions escalate. It also shows areas that are most at risk of catching fire and when conditions start getting dangerous. Users will be aware and can take the necessary precautions. The map also shows the locations of fire emergency stations and water bodies in the case of emergencies. Wildlife distributions are shown in order to provide animal rescue with significant locations to focus on. This application is readily available for the general public to download. So well done, folks.
Well done. And finally, for the winner for the Bushfires Ready Challenge, goes to congratulations to Fire Focus by USC researchers.
The Fire Focus application aims to collect, integrate, and present critical bushfire disaster data in one place to increase the safety of the affected communities. The campaign involves the development of an education program for bushfire awareness and preparation to establish the establishment of National Bushfire Awareness Day and the distribution of a multi-use application for services and help within all three facets. Well done, folks.
So well done to all the applicants. Next, moving on to pandemic survival. So how can data help communities, businesses, and the public service agencies operate at their best post-pandemic? So the honourable mention, first of all, goes to Locale by Big Sunday. Well done, Locale. And moving on to the runner-up, this is Clear, the app of the future by Team 1050.
Clear is a mobile app that will aid users for the service they are looking for and reduce the spread of coronavirus, speeding up the Australian recovery from COVID-19 and with future pandemics. Clear will show a live feed of coronavirus cases and will show many people are in a certain space, allowing the user to stay away from the crowds. The app will also have an exercise and job finder service where businesses can post that they are looking for staff. The exercise feature will show non-busy routes for exercise if gyms and are holding outdoor classes. Well done.
Well done. And the winner in this category is Pact, Pandemic Aged Care Tracking by Just a Nurse. So congratulations.
Well done, Pact. The purpose of the app and web-based data portal combination allows for ease of access and usability of staff to screen residents daily and capturing of important data elements using smartphone technology as well as accessibility and transparency across residential aged care in Australia.
So our third category of government spending, how can we best impact on government spending and improve it? A number of fantastic entries in this category. First of all, the runner-up, Data Seeker by Design by Design. And the winner?
I'm going to give a quick description of this one first. So Data Seeker aims to provide an accessible way for marginalised job seekers to connect with job opportunities during a current pandemic and help small businesses impacted by COVID-19 connect with the right people to kickstart their recovery. This would provide a way for a range of existing online employment services, job seekers, and job keepers to post their data via a simple text message and receive alerts to jobs that match their interest profile. Well done, Data Seeker.
And the winner is Spend Tracing by Gold Coast Hackers. So congratulations to Gold Coast Hackers.
This project aims to trace the spending by the Queensland government and its impact on industry, small businesses, and communities. Well done, Gold Coast Hackers.
And our final section is small business and tourism. And again, we had some really varied and interesting entries for this category, and I really enjoyed looking through them. So we've got 2 honourable mentions in this category. First of all, Clear, the app of the future by Team 1050. Congratulations to you. And also to Gold Coast Hackers again for the Spend Tracing app. The runner-up, congratulations to Cleaner Communities by insert name here.
There's that team again trying to confuse us. Cleaner Communities is designed to be an app where individuals share photos of litter which then get analysed. The data collected could then be used by the local, regional and state authorities to better determine where to distribute their resources to clean up areas, particularly areas where tourism is high. The points system could also be used to encourage participants in events along a similar vein to Clean Up Australia Day. Participation in events, sorry. These events could help give a sense of community as people participate, eventually becoming a cultural event in its own right. Well done, folks.
Well done. And our final winner for Queensland is Locale by Big Sunday.
Well
So
done, Carly.
thank you again to all the Queensland contributors and winners for your fabulous inventions and ideas. I've really enjoyed watching the videos and listening to your ideas, and we really appreciate all your time, energy, efforts and support in GovHack.
Thank you, Charlotte. This brings us to the end of our sponsored challenges in ACT, New South Wales and Queensland. Next up, we've got our People's Choice Awards for these three regions. For the ACT, I would like to invite back Joel Anderson, the ACT Director, to present this.
Thanks, Matt. So the ACT's People's Choice Awards this year. So honourable mentions. So first up, we have My Vote, The Future of Voting by Team Stone Kings and Queens. Well done, guys. And for our second honourable mention, we have Project 1342 by Team LE. Well done, team. And the winner is The Fire Festival by the Fire Nation. Well done, guys. Excellent submission.
Well done, team. Thank you, Joel. Now we have the New South Wales People's Choice Award. I'd like to invite back Shayla Ang, the New South Wales Director.
Thanks, Matt. There are two honourable mentions for New South Wales People's Choice Award. The first honourable mention goes to COVID Vaccine Ready by Hacker Knights. Congratulations. The second honourable mention goes to Science Help by Team Dance. And the winner of the People's Choice Award is Signal, a live bushfire reporting app by Lead Squad.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Well done, people. Thank you, Shayla. Finally, we have the Queensland People's Choice Award. I'd like to invite back Charlotte Creslow from the Queensland Government to present these.
Thank you. So for the Queensland People's Choice Awards, we have two honourable mentions. Locale again by Big Sunday, so well done to you, Locale. And also Project Clearwater by Sanity is optional. Congratulations to you. And the winner of the Queensland People's Choice Award goes to Zensai by Citizen Scientists. So real big congratulations to you for Zensai. Thank you.
Well done, everyone, and thank you, Charlotte. So congratulations, everyone. This brings us to the end of the awards for ACT, New South Wales and Queensland. Tomorrow night, we will have the Northern Territory, South Australia, Victorian and Western Australia awards starting at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Next week, on Friday, we have the Tasmanian Awards that will be taking place physically in Hobart and Launceston, as well as being live streamed. And later in the month, we will be having the New Zealand, Australian, and Australian and international awards taking place. Stay tuned to your emails for information on social media for the details. For those projects that we are announced this evening, your certificates and details for next steps will be emailed out to you on Saturday. And for those that were in the region winners for the People's Choice Awards, following the NZ award ceremony, we will open up a second round of selection for the International People's Choice. This will be open to anyone to pick from the region People's Choice winners. Thank you, everyone. That's us for the night. I will see you again tomorrow night for the Northern Territory, South Australia, Victorian and Western Australia awards. Well done, people.